In an unexpected move, U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland confirmed the FBI search of former President Donald Trump's home in Florida. This, of course, happened on Monday, going so far to say he personally approved the search warrant before it was served. Good evening. I'm Leslie Foster.
And I'm Lorenzo Hall. We've been keeping you up to date on this investigation since we first learned about that search on Monday. And now we're learning more about the Justice Department's decision. Let's bring in our chief investigative reporter, Eric Flack. And Flack, what did we learn from the AG's statement earlier today?
You know, it really was kind of an unprecedented and remarkable scene. Attorney General Garland says the Department of Justice filed a motion to unseal their own search warrant from Monday's search of former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence. According to CNN sources, that search was one of many FBI searches that have taken place at the former president's Florida home. Garland's surprise announcement this afternoon follows days of criticism and outrage from Republicans over the FBI search at Mar-a-Lago earlier this week. It's believed the search has to do with confidential documents Mr. Trump allegedly took from the White House, but should have been handed over to the National Archives. It is not known when we will get a decision on unsealing that warrant, which would shed a lot more light on what the FBI was looking for and what agents ended up finding. The Attorney General went so far as to say he personally approved the call to get that search warrant.
I personally approved the decision to seek a search warrant in this matter. Second, the department does not take such a decision lightly. Where possible, it is standard practice to seek less intrusive means as an alternative to a search and to narrowly scope any search that is undertaken.
CBS has confirmed that before the search, Trump was issued a subpoena in the spring, followed by a meeting at his estate in June. Leslie?
Yeah, so much about this search, at least the conversation around it, has been linked to the divide in the nation. I'm wondering how voters are reacting after this information.
I wish I could tell you something has changed, Leslie. It has not. Right now in the country, reaction to the FBI raid is split along party lines. A new Morning Consult Politico poll shows 49% of registered voters approve of the FBI's search, while 37% say they disapprove.
All right, so you had that search on Monday, Flack. You had this announcement from the Attorney General. You have President Trump, former President Trump, lashing out against the FBI as well. So what happens next here?
So many moving parts with this right now. So legal pressure is ratcheting up on Mr. Trump and his allies as all of us wait to find out whether the former president or people in his orbit will face criminal charges in two states, New York and Georgia. Peter Navarro, a one-time presidential advisor, was in a D.C. court Thursday following a contempt of Congress charge after he refused to cooperate with the House January 6th committee investigating the attack on the U.S. Capitol, much like Steve Bannon. Trump's former personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, is due in front of a Georgia grand jury next week over his alleged involvement in that alleged attempt to overturn the 2020 election. A lot of moving parts, guys.
Yeah, that's not an understatement. Flack, thank you so much.
All right.